It was a bitterly cold Monday morning in Hangzhou. The sky hung low, the wind whispering through narrow alleys like an omen. The streets were damp, lifeless, except for one determined figure cycling against the freezing breeze. His coat was worn, thin, his gloves mismatched, and his face taut with fatigue. But his eyes burned with something deeper than hope, something far more dangerous, belief. That boy was Jack Ma. Born Ma Yun in 1964 to a poor family during the peak of China's Cultural Revolution. Jack had nothing in his favor except an unrelenting curiosity. He was small and weak, constantly bullied in school. Even his teachers looked down on him, often telling him he wasn't smart enough or talkative for his own good. Most would shrink under such judgment, but not Jack. No, Jack believed life wasn't about how you started. It was about how hard you kept walking even when the world told you to sit still. As a child, Jack Ma didn't have toys. He had books, but few of them, and he had English, not taught in schools around him, but learned through sheer grit. Every morning before school, Jack rode 10 miles to a tourist hotel just to practice English with foreigners. He offered to guide them for free, not because he had something to gain, but because he believed that understanding the world was the first step to changing it. It was during those years that a tourist from Australia, touched by Jack's enthusiasm and honesty, became his pen pal and later helped fund part of his education. That's the kind of energy Jack gave off. Relentless, raw, and real. But life was far from smooth. Jack Ma failed his entrance exams twice. Not once, twice. He applied to Harvard 10 times. Rejected every single time. He applied for 30 jobs. Got rejected by all 30. Even KFC turned him down. Out of 24 applicants, 23 were hired. He was the only one who wasn't. Most people would have quit. Most would have decided they were cursed. But Jack just smiled and said, maybe they didn't see what I see yet. The 1990s came. China was opening up, inch by inch, to the West. Jack started his first company, a translation firm. It wasn't glamorous. He had no capital, no support, and very few clients. But he had something most entrepreneurs lacked: vision. Then came the trip that would change everything. In 1995, Jack visited the United States. A friend introduced him to the internet, something he had never even heard of. When he searched for China online, nothing came up. That absence, that silence, it struck him like lightning. I realized, he later said, if there's no information about China on the internet, why can't I be the one to put it there? That's how the idea of Alibaba was born. But ideas are cheap. Execution, that's war. Jack returned to China, gathered 17 of his friends in his small apartment, and pitched a dream. There was no business plan, no profit model, just a promise. If we work together, someday we'll build a company that will compete with giants like eBay and Amazon. They laughed. Then they believed. Alibaba was born not in a tech park, not in Silicon Valley, but in a humble apartment with second-hand chairs and handwritten notes. In the early days, Alibaba made no money. The team barely survived. They took no salaries. They worked 16-hour days. They ate cheap noodles and borrowed money just to keep the servers running. At one point, investors told Jack to give up. You're too small. They said, your English is broken. You're a Chinese teacher, not a businessman. There's no way you can compete with the West. But Jack smiled again. I may not know how to code, he said, but I know how to dream, and I know how to make people believe in that dream. The darkest moment came when Alibaba faced bankruptcy. Investors pulled out. Competitors circled like vultures. Employees were demotivated. Some wanted to leave, but Jack stood before his team and made a simple speech. I will die for this company, he said, and if you believe in me, you will. Not walk away. Not now. Not ever. We are not building the company. We are building history. And they stayed. That was the turning point. Jack Ma never measured success in dollars. He measured it in impact. He believed in building a company where people first was not a slogan, but a way of life. Where failure was not shame, but a stepping stone. In 2003, when SARS hit China, Most businesses shut down. Asterisk Jack's team didn't. Asterisk they pivoted online, fast. They launched Taobao, a consumer-to-consumer platform that challenged eBay directly in China. People laughed again, but Jack told his team, asterisk eBay is a shark in the ocean. We are a crocodile in the Yangtze River. Let's fight on our turf. Asterisk within 3 years, eBay backed off. Asterisk Taobao had won. Asterisk then came Alipay, another risky move. China didn't trust online payments. Banks refused to cooperate. Regulators raised eyebrows. Asterisk, but Jack believed that trust could be engineered. Asterisk I would rather lose everything than lose my users' faith, he said. Asterisk he created Alipay as an escrow system, risking jail time for its gray legality. His own lawyers begged him to reconsider. Asterisk I would rather make a mistake trying. He replied, then never try at all. Asterisk today, Alipay is used by over 1 billion people. Asterisk from rejection to revolution. Jack Ma's story is not one of perfection, it is one of resilience. Asterisk he retired in 2019, not with a desire to accumulate more, but to return to teaching, to give back, to inspire. Asterisk, and that is why, on this Monday morning, you're watching this video. Asterisk because like Jack, you've been rejected. You've failed. You've doubted yourself. Asterisk, but here's the truth. Asterisk you don't need to be perfect. Asterisk you don't need to be born rich. Asterisk you don't need connections. Asterisk you don't need to wait for permission. Asterisk all you need is a reason to keep going when others stop. A vision that you can taste even if others can't see it yet. A fire in your chest that won't let you sleep unless you make a dent in this world. Asterisk, and if Jack Ma can ride his bicycle 10 miles every day just to learn English from tourists. Asterisk if he could be rejected 30 times and still believe in himself. Asterisk if he can rise from a humble apartment with no money, no tech, and no support to build the world's biggest e-commerce empire.